What's up, everybody? Just got done with work for the day and was reading through some comments, and people like Boo. I love Boo. But yeah, people like Boo, and it started making me think about how the narcissist treated pets or animals in general. And it really started to reveal some deeper issues with me. So anybody, in my mind, that's worth their grain of salt with animals, um, or has any kind of empathy, know that different animals respond to different. I don't want to say different animals, like within different animals within the same species respond to things differently. For instance, Boo was feral when I found her. I found her like half dead and brought her back to life, and so on and so forth. But with having a feral past, she's very skittish, very slow to trust, very slow to want to, be touched, and stuff like that. And even when she is touched, even by me, uh, it's you can only do it for a very short period of time before she gets really antsy and doesn't like it. Um, Now, there's obviously some cats that were born into human life, that are really relaxed and they're okay. You can pick them up and flop them over your shoulder and put them on your head, and they're all cool with it. Um, and I think any normal person realizes that, um, you know, cats have their own personality as well. Dogs have their own personality. All of them are very different. Um, and it started making me think that, like, the narcissist, when interacting with Boo, was literally like a 2-year-old playing with a dog. It was like, if a 2-year-old plays with a dog, they're really rough and they're like yanking on its tail and pulling on its ears, and they don't know how to, like, they don't have that capability yet of understanding that it is not pleasurable to the animal. They don't understand that they're actually hurting the animal or bothering the animal, and that's almost exactly how the narcissist would treat Boo. Um, you know, I can't even begin to tell you how many times I had a conversation with her that she used to be feral. You have to, like, let her warm up to you. You can't just, like, corner her and pick her up. She will claw the fucking shit out of your face. Let her come to you. If you do hold her, only hold her for a short period of time. Like, I was sitting here explaining how to treat Boo to the narcissist. And whenever I would say stuff like that, she would get like this blank face, like she had no idea what I was talking about. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, just like a 2-year-old would be with playing with a cat. They have no concept of, what you're doing is not what the cat likes. What you're doing is not what this particular cat, wants to happen to it. I know your cat at home, maybe you can throw around and do all this shit with, but this is a different cat. They're not all the same. And to a narcissist, that made no fucking sense at all. I mean, you could just see the look of complete confusion on this girl's face when I would tell her, like, don't do that, or don't like just rip her up. She's going to be shocked and she's going to go into panic mode. She's going to try to attack you. She's going to be pissed. It made no sense to her. No sense to her at all. And then she would also at some point sometimes say, well, I'm going to make her that way. I'm like, you can't make her that way. She was feral. She was almost dead. She was probably abused by people. She's not just going to all of a sudden fucking want you to come harass her and pick her up without notification or warming up or anything like that. It really was, I think, hmm, a very telltale sign of their lack of ability to understand emotions, their lack of empathy, their lack of understanding that different people respond and react in different ways. Different animals respond and react in different ways. You can't treat them all the same. Um, and like literally when I had to boil it down to everything, it was like a toddler playing with an animal. They just they just did what they wanted, and no concern or worry about how the animal felt about it at all. So I mean, a bit out there, but like I said, I think it's a for sure like a telltale sign of a narcissist. I can't even imagine if any one of us was to go to a friend's house and the friend says, "Hey, my dog was abused when it was a puppy, so try not to make any fast movements. Don't put your hand in its face, stuff like that." You'd think that you'd immediately, at least me, and I'm sure you would immediately understand, yeah, okay, I need to be a little bit careful around this dog and do it slow and earn his trust and stuff like that. I wouldn't just go up to the dog and like grab it. And I mean, it really just shows their lack of understanding of basic emotions, just basic ass fucking emotions that they just don't get. So that was all I was thinking for today. Hope I maybe found that interesting. Maybe you can agree. Maybe you saw the same behaviors as well. I'm sure that would correlate with children too. I never particularly saw my narcissist around children, but I bet if she was around children, it'd probably be the same kind of thing where they just had no idea how to act, no idea how to empathize. Yep, they're pretty sick people. Alrighty, I'll talk to you later.